Everyone, welcome back to the Secret of the Phandelver's Pact. Y'all last dealt with a mission given to you by the Shadowblades to head over to Tresendar Manor and clear out all the nasties and whatnot that they couldn't do themselves. Going in there and doing that, you dealt with some skellies, some ghouls, some ghast, some spiders, and whatnot. And then you happened across a letter given to you by Oburion that basically said that there were 4 relics, and he knew where 2 were, and one of them was in the Undercroft of Tresendar Manor. You decided to look further into that by encountering the one-eyed monster who was supposedly guarding it, and then killing it and finding out that it no longer has the relic that you were searching for, the dwarven made silver pendant. You kind of left not knowing too much other than finding a little coin trinket that had a tiefling's face on one side and like a crystal ball on the other. Heading back to the Stonehill Inn, you were approached by Elwyn, who asked you what you found, and you showed it to her, and she said that actually is a calling card, and it belonged to Seraphina, who is a powerful seer who lives on the outskirts of Conyberry. And she suggested that you head out there and have a conversation with her and see what's up. So talking to some other people in town and gathering yourselves before you bedded down for the night. You all get a long rest, and you wake up in your rooms in the Stonehill Inn.
Mm-hmm.
So, the party, which as you wake up, you notice, as you're rousing yourselves, you notice Aster is tossing and turning, and there's a warm or cold sweat beating down their forehead, and you hear murmurs of like, "I'm sorry, my lord, I will do what I can. My will is yours to command," and just muttering in their sleep. They don't seem to be rousing. Seems like they may have not gotten very good sleep. So, for the lack of a name, the party, the day is yours.
Maybe you should go to bed. Maybe you should go to bed.
So since we have 10 days until the higher-ups get there, maybe we head out and take care of that flower?
Yep, I think we should take care of that first.
We do have some time to kill. We might as well see if we can't find, gotta find his name. The Lord's Alliance guy. Sildar, yeah. Yeah, we still have yet to meet up with him.
He had told you that he was going to talk to other members of the Lord's Alliance about what Oburion was doing and what you all were going to be doing, and then he would meet you in Phandelver. However, he has not shown up as of yet.
Okay.
Right.
Not quite yet.
Well, I'll pull out a couple pieces of paper. We can track down. We can go to Conyberry and go see the Seer. And while we're over there, we can look for an plant, an herb of remembrance.
2 birds, 1 stone. I like it.
Yeah.
Faye leaves the room and orders breakfast for the party.
Are you going into the kitchen to start making your own breakfast? Oh, you said orders?
Order breakfast for the party.
Okay. All right. As you go down to the main area, you see Toblin behind the counter, and he gives you a smile and a little wave. As he's kind of getting things around for the day.
Token out of here.
There you go.
Thank you.
Should be able to get out the window as well. Actually.
Yeah, I've opened this one and this one.
Yep.
Just imagine them all doing a dive out of the window.
Honestly, Faye would jump out of the window. She has acrobatics, and she tanky.
Would you like some breakfast?
Yes, for myself and the party. And
All right.
can you get Aster something nice? He's not doing great right now.
Well, sure. We can bring it up to the room for him.
Thank you.
Will your friends be joining in the dining hall?
They will in a bit.
Very well. It'll be 2 silver per person.
I start coming down the stairs. I
Alright.
leave the room and come down, just kind of sit, per usual.
Oh my god.
Morning, Toblin.
Morning, Viha.
Morning.
I don't recall your name, but good morning.
Butcher says himself, good.
And Toblin, after you pay him 8 silver, he will head back into the kitchen, start putting orders in. After about 5 or 10 minutes, he'll come back out with a plate for the 4 of you. There's a bit of bacon, little back bacon, little slice of bread, some cheese, and some beans.
Mm-hmm.
And then following him will be a barmaid bringing out 4 glasses or 4 mugs of ale.
Mm-hmm.
I thank him and then just have at it.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, I'll trade
So you just see the Dragonborn
I
and
mean,
Rimple
for
just
bacon.
going ham on these bacon.
Yep. It's good. It's like a smoked bacon. It's pretty good.
What would you say about a trade, Faye?
some of my beans, your bacon, or my ale for your bacon.
Have you already finished your bacon?
I have a little bit left, but yeah, I'll take a little bit of beans for the rest of my bacon.
Rimple is doing that hand over plate.
Yep. The prison eating.
Yep. He's gonna, reach over. He's gonna twirl his fork. Like, don't you think? Don't you even dare. I will sneak attack you over bacon. Try me.
I've killed men for less.
Faye uses Mage Hand to try and steal some bacon.
Also, why are my hit points still 17 out of 21? I long rested. Hang on. Let me try this again really quick. Did it work? No, it didn't. Oh well.
See if this will. See if that adjusts it. Hey, that adjusts it.
There we go. Yeah. There you go.
Nice. Alright, as you all are eating your breakfast on a new day, contemplating what your plans are, what would you all like to do?
Well, we do have that flower we gotta go see. And also, Canterbury? Canterbury?
Carryberry?
Connie,
Cranberry?
Conyberry.
Conyberry.
Goodberry.
Don't know that spell.
I'd like to stop by the blacksmith now that I have a little bit more coin. See about getting myself some armor.
Okay.
Hey, chimes in. I should check on him too. We have a deal in place.
and I think we should go to the lion heads together.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, so where to first?
Um,
Lion Shield Costers, the south of town, and then the smithy is just across the way from y'all.
I say whatever's closest first.
That'd probably be the smithy.
Or we could do the lion head and then the smithy and get out of town on the wagon.
Yeah.
You did ask Barthen to have the wagon ready for you.
But I think that wagon should be wagon should be last.
I figured that one was implied.
He walks over to the smithy.
Okay. As you walk up to the smithy, you see the familiar face of the dwarf smith. That is, he's kind of setting everything up for the day, setting out his irons and making sure the coals are good to go. And he just kind of like nods at you as he goes about doing what he's doing.
Yeah, I walk with Faye. I was trying to move my token, but I had it on pan. Good morning. I'd like to inquire about some armor.
Oh, right. Armor, huh? What kind of armor would you look for?
Is there a handout for what he has?
There is not a handout for the smithy. He has basic armor.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Just
So
look,
nothing.
yeah,
So
just
light
looking for some
and
basic
medium
armor.
Light and medium armor.
What do you have? Some basic medium armor.
He sure would. Second. So he will have so he currently has in stock he has a chain shirt in stock. He's got half plate in stock. He can make you some scale mail. And he can make a breastplate.
Let's see.
Can I'm gonna go to the dwarf and say, I was wondering if you have any. Hang on, Vito.
So essentially,
any
any kind of this is for both of y'all or for everyone. Any kind of armor that is not magical, he can either make or have it brought in for additional price. It's just there's only a couple things he actually has in stock.
I was wondering if you have any studded leather.
I do.
I was wondering if I can get a price on that.
Well, I could probably do you some studded leather for about 40 gold.
Can you maybe do 30?
Make me a persuasion check.
Right. 16.
Tell you what, your friend's getting something made, I could probably drop it down to 30.
Alright.
Y'all might be repeat customers.
How much for that chain shirt?
Well, this has been sitting here for a little while. Yeah, I could probably drop that to about 40 gold as well.
I'll pull out 40 gold and say you have yourself a deal.
Right. Nice doing business with you.
I'll pull out an extra 5 and give him a tip. That as a tip.
That's kind of you. You're fox person right there. I'm working on it. I'm starting to get going with it. There'll still be a handful of days left.
Yeah. I just wanted to pop in and see if you've taken apart the sword already. And I also wanted to see if you had an idea of how to make the claw mechanism look.
The what now?
Firstly, a mechanism for the claw to open and close.
Well, I didn't agree on that. I don't work with that type of stuff. And he points over on the table. The sword has been cut down and is now little blocks of metal. And he says, I can make the general shape that you're looking for, but that's about it.
I'll look over. Perhaps we can find some sort of tinkerer that can work with what you have in mind.
Don't look at me. I'm a forest gnome, not a rock gnome.
Right, I'll finish this up, and then when you get it, I might be able to point you in somewhere. Let me reach out and see if I know any smithies who do that kind of work. But I'll make what you asked for, and then you can go from there. That sound all right?
All right. One other thing.
Right, what is it?
You know what kind of metal would be able to strengthen the abilities of a supernatural creature of some sort? No, silver reacts with werewolves and vampires, weakening them. Is there any metal that can do the opposite?
Honestly, I'll tell you what, I don't rightly know about monsters too much. I just work with basic metal, making weapons and armor and shields and whatnot. I don't know strength and weaknesses of creatures and such. My apologies.
That's all right.
Right, is there anything else?
I'll thank him for his service, and I'll leave, and then I'll go meet up with Galen.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done here too.
Right, let's get to work. He gives you all a
When
friendly
you're
waves.
done with the grappling hook pieces,
Yes?
just send them to Stonehill Inn. I'll pick them up then.
Right.
Then Faye leaves.
Alright. As you all leave the smithy, headed down to the Lion Shield Coster, correct?
Yep, that's where Galen is.
Okay. Alright. Well. Where is... One moment. Ah. I see. Let's see here. Find there. Need to add in. Okay. There you go. As you head in the Lion Shield Cluster, you can see familiar face of Lenine, who is just starting up the shop. Looks to have just sat down for the morning, kind of putting some glasses on her nose and thumbing through the first set of books for the day. Ah, welcome back. Hello.
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 We're going to be in town for a little bit longer still. We're possibly wanting to look at your wares, as well as wondering if you could help identify these 3 potions. And I'll pull out of my pack the 2 reds and the 1 black.
Okay. Well, okay. Let me check these out here. And she picks them up. She picks up the red potions. And she looks at them. Ah, we have ones like this in stock. These are normal, basic healing potions. Not my caliber, mind you. But they are healing potions nonetheless. You can tell by the flecks that are in it and how they move within the liquid. She picks up the black stuff. And she furrows her brow and she kind of frowns. And she says, just one moment. And she takes the vial and goes into the back for a second. Now, while she's in the back, would you all like to look at her wares? I believe...
Faye goes forward and looks at some of the tools she has.
So I believe in the handouts, the Lion Shield Coster stock is in there for you. See what she has in stock.
It is.
Yes.
Where's the handout so I can check the stock?
It should be in the 3rd tab to the left, the journal tab at the top right-hand side. It should say Lion Shield Coster stock. It is a handout that should be in all the players' journals.
Yep, I see it.
taking forever to load for me.
So all this stuff is possibly available in her shop. She will most likely have stock of everything minus a handful of things that she may be out of stock on. So, but this is the stuff that is normally in stock in this shop.
I'm gonna pass for now. The handout's not loading.
Yeah,
For me.
I want to pass because I already have my armor. That was my main goal. Well, keep
Yay.
that handout in mind.
Faye
Is the door
passes to-
closed?
What's that?
Is the door? Did she close the door behind herself?
Yeah, she did. I just can't physically move it. And
Yep. No, I got it.
It should say closed on it.
Yeah.
All right. A couple minutes go by and she heads back out. And she says, I'm not quite sure where you obtained this, but it's none of my business. It is wyvern poison.
Faye's
Okay.
ears perk up. Did you say wyvern poison?
Yes, I did. One drop can be detrimental when applied to a blade or an arrow.
Galen, give you 6 gold for that bottle of poison.
Let me hold on to it for a little bit longer, and we can talk about it.
All right.
And the healing potions you said were just potions of healing, the 2d4 plus 4.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
It looks like this poison only has a handful of uses. I'd wager, and she holds it up to the light and kind of jiggles it a little bit, 3 uses.
Okay.
You can add wyvern poison to your inventory.
Yep. On it.
Sweet.
Can I inquire about 2 nets?
Nuts.
Net? A
Oh,
thrown
nets.
thing? Restrained?
Okay, I gotcha. I was gonna say you can go back to Stone Hill, see if they got any bar nuts, but she says nets will be 1 gold apiece.
Okay. I'll buy 2.
Very good. And she goes to the side of the front room, and hanging on the wall there's a couple nets, and she unhooks them and piles them onto the table for you. They pack up pretty tight.
Okay. And then I'll also give her an extra gold for helping identify the potions.
Oh, well, come back whenever you want anything else identified, I guess. Big spenders like yourselves.
Actually, no. Never mind.
I'll give one of the... Well, I can't move my token. There we go.
Actually, yeah, I'll
Okay.
inquire about the light crossbow and some bolts.
A light crossbow. What is it? 25 gold for the light crossbow. And 20 bolts is 1 gold, so 26 total if you want the full setup.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Very well. I appreciate your business.
I thank her for her business.
If you guys can mark that you each have 2 good berries,
Well, I'll write that
All
down
right.
right now.
and then I'm giving Viha one of the healing potions, and I'm giving Faye one of the healing potions.
All right.
Rimple, do you have one?
Don't worry about me.
Well, I have an extra.
Well, I mean, I'll take one if you want to give me one.
Okay.
But it feels like I'm getting all the magic items all of a sudden because I have the potion of invisibility. But the gloves of thievery is kind of a given. But
I'll
Are you
go
going
back
to
and
say
inquire.
Yes, something else?
I'll go back and inquire. Her healing potions. What is the price of the healing potions that I just had?
The ones you've brought in?
Yeah. The 2d4.
If I were to buy them from you, I would probably pay about 10 gold a piece. You would like to buy another one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I have the good stock here, which is 25 gold.
I put it down and thank her for her time.
Have a wonderful day.
Okay, Rimple, add a regular healing potion,
all right.
which is actually 2d4 plus 2. It's not
Yes.
plus 4.
No, it's 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, and then I've still got one from previously.
Would anybody else like to talk to Lenine or inquire about wares?
No, I'm all set.
Right.
Faye's good.
Back into
I
Phandelver. Oh, go ahead. Yep, sorry.
Can I inquire if she's heard anything about Sildar? As she was our point of contact.
I have not heard anything. Unfortunately, I believe he comes and goes. I have not heard from him since he took care of you all bringing supplies.
Well, we're going to be out of town for a while, and we are kind of expecting him to show up soon. If he happens to check in, can you pointing towards the Stonehill Inn? We have a room there.
Very well. I will point him in that direction.
Is everyone else done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay. And back into Phandelver, you can see a handful of people get around for the day. You see Sister Garaele sitting in front of the shrine once more. Just kind of praying as she normally does early in the morning. Say it's about 8 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock now, about 9 o'clock.
Vito, did we ever figure out what god she worships?
I believe Galen had looked into it when he first met her, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh.
Yeah, she's the
Tamora.
Shit.
Goddess of
Yeah.
luck.
Okay. Got it. All right. Just curious.
Yes. And she, as you all walk by, she gives you a smile and raises a hand in hello.
I do the same. I return it. Return the
Me
greeting.
too.
I'll approach
Hey,
and tell her that we're about to set out and look for. Sorry, go ahead.
Hey, you wanted to say
Says
something?
Faye does the second.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Faye just waves at her.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and approach and let her know that we're setting out, and that we'll keep our eyes peeled for that flower.
Ah, yes. The Herb of Remembrance. Be wary. The guardian of the forest does not take kindly to interlopers. But if you do find it, please return it. I need to remember things after all. And she smiles kind of oddly at you all, wistfully. And goes back to praying. Seems like today's a good day for her. So y'all heading over to Barthen's. The wagon, as you approach, the wagon is set up and ready to go. You guys still had a couple days left on your payment that you made. Anyone would like to go inside or whatnot, that is perfectly fine. Otherwise, the wagon is ready for you to depart if you would like.
I'll just hop onto the front.
I'll stay in the back.
Faye boards with her legs hanging out because she's tall.
Okay. Heading out of Phandelver at about 9:30-ish in the morning, mid-morning. Let me get you where you... Oh, forget that little... Where is this one set up? Map? Ah, it is. Okay, yep. So... further down, I will, let's see, put this on the map layer, just so you can gather that that's the direction you have to go, and to explain that you need to go out onto Triboar Trail and head east. Let me... Excuse me. Let me get a token here for y'all.
Who's driving?
I am.
Okay.
Let's see here. It's pulled by 2.
Once we get ready to turn on to Triboar, I would like to have a conversation.
Okay.
token. Let me shrink it down a lot. There we go. That's cute. All right, as you guys head out of Phandalin on your way to Conyberry, can I have someone make me, give me a D20 roll, please?
I'll do it.
Okay. Gopher.
Nice.
17. Okay. As you guys head out, you see around you trees and the path ahead. The sky is pretty open, not many clouds, the sun is shining. There's a slight breeze. You hear the chirp of some birds off in the distance. And the first while, it seems, is without consequence. Skies are nice, weather feels good. It's yeah. As you guys are traveling, is there anything you guys would like to do or talk about on your first day?
How are the roads? Are there very many people, wagons, or anything?
Nope. You haven't seen anyone yet.
Okay.
Are there any animals around?
I mean, a little bit off the path, maybe about 40, 50 feet on either side. Once you broke away from Phandalin and some fields kind of broke away, there's trees either about like 40, 50 feet on either side of you. Like I said, you can hear some birds chirping. Occasionally you'll see some flitters of some bugs that are flying near the cart. Occasional like hawk soars overhead.
I'll go ahead and stand in my seat and turn around, facing the majority of the party. I'll look in the wagon to make sure that the crate is okay as well.
It is.
Okay. So when you guys went to the Sleeping Giant the other day, I eavesdropped, and after you left, I hung back a little bit, and I overheard a conversation that I find a little alarming. Apparently, you guys have a meeting with one of the higher-ups coming in a few days. Ravina told her followers to leave us alone, and that we would be dealt with when they made the decision. So I think the next time we meet with them, we might need to be prepared for a fight, because they've had the chance to open the box and possibly find out that they don't have the crystal.
Galen, I knew they were ready for a fight as soon as I first met her and your little cronies.
Well,
I was
thankfully, she probably thinks I'm a werewolf and is probably going to avoid me, which means we have an advantage in intimidation.
I don't
That
know.
might be true.
When bandits want someone dead, they'll do anything they can. I'll kind of crack my neck, give a little grin, but let them try.
Well, we do know that they moved into the mansion. She said that several different bands of Shadowblades were camped out around the town and needing housing. So we do know that it's more than a handful present already. So also we should keep our eyes peeled.
If they're moved in, if we can get back before that meeting, do you think we could work something and bury them?
I mean, Worst comes to worst, I'm gluttonous.
I mean, literally bury them. If they're in the undercroft, cover the entrance with heavy rubble. Worst case, find a way to bring the whole structure down.
We'll
Okay, that might work.
take that as a last resort, I think.
Yeah.
I honestly thought when you said bury them, I thought you meant get rid of the bodies.
Oh no, I mean literally bury
No.
them.
He
Under-
literally
in
wants
the,
to bring the house down.
What are you rolling a perception check for, Galen? I'm sorry.
I didn't mean to. I was trying to
Oh, I
scroll.
gotcha. Easy enough. Continue.
Either way, this road has been used by them quite a bit, and I think that we should keep our eyes peeled.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a feeling something was up, so I figured arm myself a little better.
Yep, that's why I got armor.
But that is good to know.
All right. Well, the rest of the day, you discuss your plans of what to do with the Shadow Blades or not to do, and what the plans are. The sky, the sun in the sky is starting to get low, and it might be time to quit for the night and find a place to camp. You traveled pretty much a full day.
Faye wants to go hunting to bring back something for the party to eat.
Okay. I'm gonna
Would I
use,
roll survival for that?
Give me 1 second. All right. Let me
You
remove
think
some
that'd be
stuff
nature?
here.
Oh, we managed to come across the corpses of the mosquito things.
Right. Let me get rid of Aster and put Faye in here. There you go. We'll say this is like the generic map for camping for you guys. So essentially, as you guys bed down, you find a decent place off the path to bed down and get a little campsite going. Faye, you want to go searching for a kill for the party? Some food? All right, give me a survival check, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for a decent sized stick.
Yeah, we'll say you find it. You're surrounded by a little bit of trees and wood.
I have advantage with it, and I rolled an 11.
Okay. With that roll, you start to slink through some of the shrubs and the tall grass in between trees. You hear noises of animals. However, when you begin to sneak closer, you hear them start to skitter off further away from camp, and it doesn't seem like you found anything. You want to continue looking further out, or are you giving up?
I continue my pursuit.
Okay.
My search.
All
Roll
right.
survival again.
About now, you're about say about 100 yards away from camp. Give me another survival check, please. You venture about another 100 yards. You do hear some scurrying and something rather large lumbering, making noise in the woods nearby. Would you like to see what it is?
Yeah, is that gonna be perception?
You have dark vision?
No, I do not.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty dark. Give me a perception check. You begin to feel around. You begin to feel around, and you're looking. You're trying to figure out what's going on, and you kind of stumble over some tree roots and fall forward, and you come face to face with large, overly large tusks, just kind of snorting in your direction. It looks like a very large boar. And if you give me 1 second, I'm going to put, it is going to run at you, and it is going to attempt to gore you. For a 18 to hit.
It hits.
Okay. You will take 12 piercing damage as it lifts you up in the air and tosses you into the air. Now, give me 1 second. We're going to use this map as a little bit of a battle map, a makeshift battle map. So give me 1 second. Let me put that together for you.
All right.
1 second. 1 second. Let's see on the map. Let me make you kind of see yourself surrounded by like a thicket of trees and shrubs, and it is going to, let's see, freehand lips. It is going to look. This is going to be, forget this cliff that you see up here. This is just an open area. Faye, you are here, and you are you are prone. Let me get the other token out here for a second. This looks like a rather large beast. Okay, that looks really small. Hang on, give me a sec. Okay, there we go. So it is now... It has just ran by you and gored you. It is turning around. Now I need... Hey, can you click your token and roll for initiative, please?
Well,
what is your dex?
Dex is 13 plus 1.
Plus 1. Okay, as you fall prone, this boar is going to turn around, and you hear as it sprints, and it attempts to do the exact same thing you do again, dipping its head and snarling. It attempts to gore you once more with its tusks. That's gonna be a 13.
Matches my armor class.
Okay, so you will take 7 points of piercing damage, and it will have run by you. And its turn is over. It is now your turn.
I'm going to use Tasha's Caustic Brew on it.
Okay.
Got a 5 for damage.
So you toss out acid on it?
Yes, I sprayed in a line.
Oh, it is a line. Okay. Is there a save or...
Deck save.
Dex save 11.
Okay. It will... 18. It saves. Okay. Second. Okay. Yep. Easy enough. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm going to... I'm going to try and call for help.
Okay, you were about 200 yards away from your party. It's fairly far. What are you just gonna yell out loud? Like, what are you gonna say?
As loud as I possibly can be.
Okay. Give me a strength check. Okay.
Got a 19th, but I got a 19th on my strength check.
Okay. You feel like you yelled extremely loud. Everyone's passive perceptions.
14.
10.
16.
Galen, you hear a very faint sound. What did you say? Did you just like fox scream? Or did you actually in common or something yell out help?
I yelled out, "Help! I'm fighting a huge fucking bar!"
So you
Love
hear a gibberish little, very faintly, Galen, off in the direction of Faye, that Faye went. Pretty far off.
Okay. You want... I call out to the party, and let them know there's fighting.
Okay.
Do you want us to roll initiative really quick, or?
Yes. Can I have, now that you've said that to everyone, yeah, I'll have everyone roll for initiative.
Alright.
Okay. Roll high because I want to do something. Shithead.
I think I go before Viha.
Yeah, I think so.
That would make sense.
Why? Oh, that's why.
0.1.
There we go.
Would I get,
No.
as a... No.
No.
Okay.
Sorry, that was just, you were the one who heard him yell on his turn.
Perfect.
But, Rimple, you were up. Viha, you're on deck. You hear Galen yell out that, Faye seems to be in trouble.
How many How far is Faye again?
200 yards.
Bonus action dash, which is all my movement. So that's going to be 50 feet. And then as an action, can't really do anything.
It's going to take 600 feet to get there. So how far can you run with your dash?
50 feet.
So it'll take you like 12 turns to get there, and a dead
I think
sprint.
it's gonna take.
It's gonna take a while.
It's take a lot of us a lot of turns to get
A lot
over
of
there.
sprinting. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
So we'll just keep track of that. Keep track of your movement. We're trying to get you to 600 yards. Or
Okay.
600 feet.
10
So
turns for me.
Yeah, so keep track of that,
probably-
please.
Probably gonna be less for me and Galen.
Yep. All right. Viha.
I have an idea.
I just sprint towards it, dash, and then end my turn.
Okay, Galen.
I wild shape into a riding horse, which
Okay.
gets 60 feet.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to run up alongside one of the folk.
Okay. And ready for them to jump on you?
Yeah.
Okay. So it'll take you 5 turns to get there with a rider. Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Jumping back over to Faye and the boar. The boar is going to sprint back at you and attempt to do the same thing again.
And I try to brace myself with my shield.
So your shield is part of your armor class. And yes, so that's already a part of that.
Okay.
So I do have to remind myself that you are prone. And you are, so it is at advantage. Plus 5, 17 to hit, and you take plus 3, 9 points of slashing damage as it impales you, and it continues on further. Turns around and starts to circle slightly. And that is the end of his turn. Faye, you are up.
Tried to attack with my long sword. Got a 16 to hit.
Okay, that does hit. Roll me some damage. Oh, you are... So you would need to stand up and move to it. Is that what you would like to do?
Yes.
Okay. So you are no longer prone. And you move 5, 10, 15 feet. And you stab it with your longsword. And it does 4 points of damage. Okay.
Can I ready myself to use my blood curse on it as a reaction the next time it takes damage?
Next time it takes damage? Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Right?
For sure. Okay, Rimple. You see a horse gallop up to you that kind of resembles Galen.
I'm gonna use my action to get on the horse.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go here and use my bonus action to dash with the horse.
Okay. Dash with
Just
the
a
horse.
flying gnome.
Yep. So what's your dash? Your dash is 50.
It's 50, but I'm a
if
rogue, so I
you-
can bonus action dash.
Yep. So, with Galen's turn going and Rimple's turn using Galen to do something, that'll put you 2 more rounds if you both do that.
Yeah, I just yell to Viha, "I'll meet you there."
And he's out of breath. Okay. All right, cool. Viha.
Stitch! I got a Stitch!
Seeing
Fastest
Ripple
man
get on the
alive.
horse and run by, I'm gonna. What's the horse's? It's 80, right, or
60.
60? I'll just keep running.
Okay. Easy enough. Galen.
I'm going to use movement and dash to run 120 feet.
Okay, you're getting closer. Getting closer. All right, the boar is going to dig its feet into the ground and let out a large wail. And it's going to attempt to tusk, to gore Faye. It's a 21.
21 to hit.
Yes.
This boar isn't playing around.
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 health left.
12 points of piercing damage as it gores you. And it runs past. And it turns around.
I have to do my death saves.
Not yet. You will. Alright, so now, Faye, please give me a death save, and can you only roll it to me, please?
Wait, how do I... I've never had to roll death saves for one person.
Roll it to self. And then just message me in Discord real quick. Or I can actually look.
I hit the wrong button.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay. So the first one,
Wasn't an actual one.
why is that? A D20?
Hit the wrong button.
What button did you hit?
The thing just to make a raw roll, not a death save roll.
Okay. All right.
Just
Easy enough.
Actual death save.
Easy enough. Rimple.
Bless you.
Alright, I'm going to bonus action dash the horse again.
Okay. Anything else?
So that gives me about another 50 feet.
Yep.
Alright.
So it
Are
seems
we in
like-
range?
You are within. Let's see. Once you go, 70 plus 123. About 200. It'll take you your next turn to get within range.
Cool. Okay, so bonus action dashing the horse was a bonus action. And I'll hold my action until I see the whatever on site.
Okay.
And I'll end my turn.
You have dark vision?
I'm a gnome. Of course I do.
Biha. Lagging behind.
Just keep running.
Okay, easy enough. Galen.
I'll go ahead and use my movement, 60 feet, and dash as well.
Okay. You now, as you make that final movement, you can see probably about another 50 feet or so. Going through the woods, there is a large thicket where you think you can kind of hear like a boar sound, like the pig oinks and stuff, right? The noises a boar makes, you can kind of hear it off in that direction, but you can't see it. There's a large thicket that is surrounding it.
Okay.
But we don't see the boar, right?
Not yet. Nope.
All right.
So the boar will attempt to gore Faye's body, which is a 16. Right, so that is wait a minute, how does that work? Give me 1 second.
I think it's 2 death saves.
That's what I was thinking. I just want to make sure. Taking damage, any damage causes 1 failure, and a critical hit causes 2, so it's just 1.
Cool.
So it's not a critical. Okay, I haven't had to deal with that too much. Okay. Faye, can you give me a death saving throw? Okay, so that's another. Okay. Rimple.
All right. I'm bonus action dashing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see a thicket and you push through.
Well, all right. I shoot the boar with my short bow.
Okay. Give me a roll to hit
Crit.
there. Nice. Give me some damage.
Like that's 23.
23. Okay. It is looking as you enter the thicket, you see Faye lying on the ground, this boar kind of going in after Faye with its tusks. It didn't look that hurt until you impaled it and it started to spurt. You hit a vein or something and blood starts spurting. It starts to convulse and it looks bloodied.
Good. That ends my turn.
Okay.
Oh wait, really quick. Oh no, I already used my movement. Never mind.
Yeah, okay. Sweet. Viha, just chugging along, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Galen as a horse.
I think if thrown, Rimple might have to make a dex save.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I'm gonna run up next to
Are you trying to stampede it or trample it or?
No, I'm gonna actually run up next to Faye, drop shape, and try to cast healing spell.
Okay.
Oh, this is taking forever. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I don't even see the dice. There it is. Oh, yes. 8 healing.
Okay, you gain 8 healing. You become stable, but you're still prone. Galen, where are you? You said you were next to Faye, so you're...
Yeah,
Okay.
I am standing next to.
Okay. Easy enough. Faye, you can take 1 level of exhaustion, please. Then the boar, now seeing what's going on, will roar in anguish, pain, and uncertainty about what's going on. Seeing this small creature come in and try to take its meal, or its, you know, what it's been trying to kill since it approached it, encroached on its land. It is going to attempt to
look for the exhaustion thing.
What's that? I'm sorry?
I'm trying to look for the exhaustion.
So
Conditions in the upper right,
yes.
and then you scroll all the way down to the bottom of the list.
Level 1 exhaustion. Okay, perfect.
There you go.
It is going to attempt to gore Galen with its tusks. That's going to be a 15.
It does hit.
Okay. 2, 3, 8 points of slashing damage as it gores through you and kind of tosses you up in the air.
And I am prone.
Yes. Yeah. There. Okay. That is the end of its turn. Faye, coming back to consciousness, you see Galen kind of standing over you just in time for the boar to attack Galen with its tusks, and snort and foam and blood is kind of spraying out of its mouth.
Can I use my blood curse of exposure on it now?
Is that a reaction to it taking damage?
Yes, because it's bleeding right now.
It is bleeding. However, a reaction to taking damage would be it took damage and immediately after you utilizing the curse. So it has been several turns since it has taken damage. So it would have to be, it needs to be a reaction to it, like the moment it takes damage. Like say Galen attacks it and does damage, and then once he's dealt that, you say, as a reaction, I would like to use my blood curse. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Okay.
in that case, want to impale it on my longsword.
Okay. Throw me an attack roll, please. It is looking pretty rough. That does hit.
My damage.
Hefty.
Now, you can use your reaction now.
Yes, you can use your action now.
In that case, blood curse of exposure.
Okay, can you
as
read
I
that to me?
draw blood out of it and into my mouth.
Okay, let me look that up real quick.
What's happening right now?
Hang on, give me a second. I'm just reading.
Okay.
Okay, so any damage resistance dealt by that attack, including triggering effect. Would you like to amplify it?
Yes.
Okay, roll one of your Hemocraft dice and take that amount of damage.
Where are the Hemocraft dice?
I believe it is a 1d4. Just roll a 1d4. You take 2 points of necrotic damage as you amplify this curse, effectively ensuring the boar loses any damage immunities. And now has resistance to those immunities instead. So you turn down from immunity to resistance on anything that it has currently. Until I believe your next turn, until its next turn. But it is looking really rough. It is looking really rough. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
There's nothing else I can do except second wind.
Okay, sure. Nice.
I recover 12 points.
Yes. Very nice. Anything else? Movement? Anything? Stand up?
Call out to Rimple. Rimple, help me kill this bastard.
Mm-hmm.
Rimple, you are up. Viha, chugging along on deck.
Bonus action, steady aim. So I can get advantage if I don't move.
Okay.
Advantage on the short bow.
Sure.
It didn't roll it. I thought I did. Hang on. Mod 20.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit. How would you like to dispatch this creature?
Right for the eyes. Psst.
It turns its head to look at Faye, having attacked it once more, and as its head shifts from Galen to Faye, Rimple looses an arrow that impacts its right eye and shoots directly through its left eye and continues on into the woods. And Viscera kind of splatters against Galen and Faye as this boar keels over and dies. It is dead now. And you are all out of combat.
Yay.
You 4 out of combat. Viha's still running.
Viha's still running. We'll say over the next minute or two, you get there just fine.
Faye then proceeds to start draining the boar of all its remaining blood. And eating it even though it's raw.
Okay, give me a survival check. At disadvantage, please. At disadvantage?
Disadvantage, it removes 1, right?
You just roll disadvantage. You roll again and take the lower.
Okay.
Okay.
11.
It's gonna take you a little while to try to drain this creature of its blood and tear into it. Probably take you about 10 or 15 minutes to try to polish it off. There is nothing left after that time. Viha, you show up.
Out of breath. I'm just out of breath.
Yep.
Which is ironic because you're the barbarian.
It's true.
All right.
But there is nothing left of the boar. As you guys watch Faye devour this creature. What are you all doing?
After Faye's done, I'll kind of pat him on the back and say, next time try not to run off on your own.
Yeah, I say we just not split the party. I really don't want to run, jump, shoot. Unless I have
And-
to.
I'll just start making my way back to the camp.
Me too.
Okay, is everybody going back?
Mm-hmm.
Faye very sluggishly walks back, looking like how she feels. Like she ate almost an entire boar by herself.
Well, I'll shapeshift into a riding horse and stand next to you, Faye.
Okay. Faye, give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
"22."
Okay. You feel the meat kind of lurch its way back up, but you give a hearty swallow and keep it down as you hobble back to camp over the next 5 or 10 minutes. So, with you all back at the campsite.
With Faye just continuing to walk, I'll walk up next to Rimple.
Mm-hmm.
A riding horse walks up next to you.
I see that.
Is nobody going to get on?
Oh. No, I'm just trying to go back to go to bed.
I just assumed there was like a time lapse there where we all just kind of travel through the woods.
That's fair enough.
Enough. So now you all make it back to the campsite. It's been one heck of an evening. Uneventful during the day, but very eventful at night.
I'm going to check on the crate.
The horses, the cart, and the crate are gone. I'm kidding, they're not. They're there. They haven't moved. They haven't moved. Yeah, everything looks fine. Looks like they were just kind of standing there and snoozing a little bit.
I'll sit down and I'll start whittling on this stick that I found.
Okay.
Faye moves closer to the campfire. Just lays down. Goes into a food coma for the rest of the night.
Okay. It's pretty late. You all just want to go to sleep, or are you gonna have anyone stay up for watch?
I'll stay up for watch.
I'll take second watch.
Would the person staying up for watch still get a full rest?
Yes.
Okay. And are there 2 shifts at night are there still, trying to get an idea how much time went by, there's still
enough time for 2 shifts.
2 shifts.
The sun was going down, and it was probably about 7, maybe 8 by the time Faye went off, and it's probably been maybe an hour with you guys going out there, her eating the rest of the boar, and then walking back. So it's maybe about 9 o'clock at night. Yes. All right, so who's taking first watch?
I am.
Okay, if you can give me a perception check, please.
Perception.
Okay. 14. Is anyone else staying up, or is it just Viha?
I said I was gonna take second watch.
All right.
I'll stay with
With who Galen, are you taking
With
first
V.
or second?
first.
With V? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Galen, give me a perception check, please.
Yeah. 4, 6.
Okay. Easy enough. As the night continues on during your watch, during the first watch of the night, nothing really happens. You hear the crackling of the fire. Darkness takes over. You hear the distant rumblings of thunder. Viha, you can notice Galen starting to doze a little bit. Is there anything you guys would like to do during this watch?
I keep whittling, popping my head up every now and then. Keeping watch on Galen, keeping watch of the environment.
Seeing him whittle, I'll give him a few pointers and help him with whatever he's trying to do. Seeing how I'm proficient with woodcarver's tools.
Good to know. Are you just absent-mindedly whittling, Viha?
No, I'm whittling. It's gonna be Galen and then an unidentified dragonborn.
Okay. Roll me a performance check, please.
Woohoo!
Galen, you're trying to help him out, but he's a bit brutish for intricate wood carving at the minute. His large dragonborn hands are kind of fumbling a little bit, but with time it could get better. It kind of looks like a block of wood at the minute.
I just kind of look at it and I start snickering.
Viha, you can see in your mind's eye what it's supposed to look like. It don't look anywhere near that, but you can see it inside the wood somewhere. It gives you hope.
One day.
All right. So, as your watch goes without consequence, might be time to wake up Rimple for the second watch of the evening.
Yeah, okay. Alright, Rumple gets up. Perception check, Vito.
Yeah, Viha and Galen, you going to sleep then?
Yeah.
Okay. Rimple, yep, they go and they come wake you up. Give me a perception check, please.
9.
Okay. That's enough. What's your passive? It's a 10 now, right?
10.
Okay.
10.
I'll take your 10. Is there anything you'd like to do on your watch?
No, just
Watch?
looking at the forest.
Okay.
There's an animal. Mike has to speak with animals because I'm a forest gnome.
Yep. Unfortunately, you do find yourself beginning to doze slightly. But near the beginnings of the morning, a couple drops of water rouse you from your almost sleep. And it's beginning to lightly drizzle as the sun is beginning to crest over the horizon and the treetops, allowing a light, dim light to kind of wash over all of you in a new day. Y'all get a long rest.
Yay.
And it is now the second day in your journey to Conyberry.
Alright. Everybody up. Time to go on the wagon.
Viha stretches and cracks his neck and hops on the front of the wagon.
Nice. Right. So, Viha, you're driving?
Yeah.
Okay, let me... As you all clear up camp and get back on the wagon, let me throw you back over the correct map.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Can I have someone else roll me a d20, please?
I'll do it.
Okay. Sure.
2.
Okay.
I'm back.
Okay, you all got a long rest, Faye. So you can go and give yourself a long rest to remove your level of exhaustion. Alright, in your second day of travel, the clouds begin to take over the sky, and the drizzle has now become a fairly steady level of rain. It is moving along the day. It's still dim because of the clouds. You can hear distant thunder in the direction that you're heading, actually. Kind of from behind in that direction, some to the south over the Sword Mountains. Wind begins to pick up slightly as you guys continue on. During your second day of travel, is there anything y'all would like to do?
I just look at the party and say, with a storm like this, we better be careful. If I were to ambush somebody, it'd be in these conditions.
Thank you for the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for the
Hey.
idea.
Faye immediately gets this dumb idea in her head.
Okay.
Anyone trying to ambush us, I devoured an entire ore of some sort last night. It was huge, it was powerful, and delicious. Don't try me.
Okay, anyone listening, taking note that whatever just yelled is going to be sluggish in battle. Got it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is not
Hearing that
so sluggish, she feels strong.
Vihal start to snicker.
Her Faye's a bit fatter, but Faye's a bit stronger.
Okay. Moving forward a little bit more. If there's nothing else y'all would like to do or discuss on your second day of travel, we can... the day can end.
I can't think of anything.
Okay, as the storm begins to come to a head, the darkness begins to overtake once more, and it seems like it is time to bed down. You all are cold and exhausted from trying to ride through the rain and the wind, and a nice, somewhat dry place to lay your head at night might do you well. So, finding a good place to bed down that looks almost exactly like where you guys were last time. Y'all. Oh, let me put this there. Hang on a second. Okay. Let's give it a little bit more light. All right. So, another day has come, and it is time to bed down for the night. As you guys are bedding down, setting up camp in the rain, trying to get out of the wetness, you set up your tents. You're able to light a fire. Is there anything anyone would like to do?
I'll try and whittle the same thing again.
I'm just chilling. Not really talkative at the moment. Just,
Okay.
just that kid, that antsy kid. It's like, oh, can we just go to Conyberry already?
Okay.
I'm going to use Unseen Servant and set up my 2-person tent.
Easy enough. You were able to do that. What's that, Faye?
They wants to try and help with preparing rations the party has for dinner.
Okay. You set up over the fire. You set up some pots that you have. You begin to toss in rations of whatever you have and begin to craft dinner for everyone. So, would anybody like to take watch?
I'll do
I'll-
the first watch.
I'll do first watch again.
Okay.
Someone second.
So Galen and Faye will take second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You all eat your food, and Galen and Faye, you decide to go to sleep. Viha and Ripple, can I have you both roll perception checks, please?
Mm-hmm. 11.
Better than your passive.
10.
Barely.
Viha will take your passive. Throughout the night, or throughout your watch, all you can hear is the smattering of rain pelting the tops of the tents and hitting puddles that are surrounding you. But occasionally leaving your tents or wherever you are bed down to go walk around the encampment. You don't notice anything. You don't see any animals. You don't hear any noises other than the rain. And it seems like your watch is coming to a close with nothing really going on. And it would be time to wake up Galen and Faye so they can get on their watch.
Mm-hmm. Rise and shine.
I go up to Galen. I kind of gently shake him and let him know it's his turn. And then lay down.
Okay. Easy enough. Galen and Faye, can you please roll me perception checks, please?
Two.
Okay. What's your passive?
My passive is 9.
Got it. All right, throughout your watch, the storm begins to heighten and pick up. The wind begins to howl. It is hard as you're walking around the encampment. It's you occasionally have to re-secure the tents so they don't blow away, checking on the horses, making sure they don't get too spooked. It is a torrential downpour at this time. Galen, you notice that Faye is kind of lackadaisically looking around as you guys are on watch, and you take note that she may be her mind may be elsewhere and not quite staying on watch as much as she could be. But the rest of your is there anything either of you would like to do or discuss during your watch?
Faye goes up to Galen and asks, "What do you think we might encounter next?" Personally, I'm not hoping for another boar unless we can all fight it together. What about you,
Well,
Galen?
it seemed like a good idea. And it turns out you got your kills, so I call that a success. But yeah, maybe we should stick together. I'm still worried about bandits, though. We're a lot
My
deeper
body
in than.
body feels heavier but stronger, so not too worried about bandits. Worried about what else we might encounter. You ever fought an owlbear?
No. We're a lot deeper in with the bandits than I thought we were going to be.
Owlbears are not fun to fight.
All right, if you all are done discussing things for your watch, the tail
I would
end.
like.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I'd like to look into tomorrow's weather
Okay.
with Druidcraft.
You can do that with Druidcraft?
Yep. Just being soaked and unhappy, I'll try to hope for something better tomorrow.
As you close your eyes and you focus your craft, up from the fire rises a small golden orb in front of you.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'll smile and push through the rest of the guard shift.
And as you both push through the rest of your watch, the last few minutes you notice the rain beginning to let up as clouds slightly begin to break and the dim light of dawn washes across all of you in your third day towards Conyberry. Y'all get a long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
Again.
A longer rest.
Yes. Y'all wake up cold and wet, but Galen has a smile on his face, and a renewed sense of vigor for the day to come. As are y'all?
I'll see
Go
Galen.
ahead.
I'll see Galen smiling, and I was gonna smile and like, "You look happy."
It's a new day, new dawn. I'll start breaking down the two-person tent that we set up.
Okay. Easy enough. As you guys clear up camp and start to pack everything back up on the wagon, and you begin your trek back to on the road on Triboar Trail towards Conyberry. You may make it. Let me put you where you guys are. You guys are about here, and you may make it by the evening. Yes. So as you guys are moving forward, who is driving so I can know?
I am.
Still driving. Okay, can I have someone else roll me a survival check or a d20, please?
I'll go ahead and do it this time. Oh, it didn't go. It was an 8.
Okay, easy enough. As you
So
guys go ahead.
I was just backing him up. I said I saw it. It definitely was 8.
Yep, I can see it too. All right, so as you all head out on the road, third day of travel to Conyberry, the clouds begin to break slightly and the rain lessens up around midday. Get to about here, and around that time, the sun begins to caress your cold, wet bodies, and you feel a little bit of warmth. Clouds almost disappearing to the south. As you
Seeing the sun kind of
continue
setting,
on.
can I use an animal handling to try and like rush the horses along to try and get there quicker?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. That is definitely doable.
Meanwhile,
Nope. They're
Rimple
stubborn.
is playing slaps with his mage hand.
Nice.
Oh, damn it!
All right.
Agent is in with her mage hand.
Now Faye and Rimple are both playing slap hands with mage hands.
Yeah.
No patty cake?
No patty cake.
Hey, thank you so much, Nameless Orange.
Yeah, slap hands better. Gotcha.
Thank you so much for that gifted sub. Always a legend. All right. Viha, you kind of the horses slightly, but they don't seem to respond the way you'd like to respond. They maintain their pace. They are soaking wet, and they don't look too happy, so they're just trudging along. But is there anything else anyone would like to do in this last leg of the journey?
I want to try and check if there's not animals this time, but any plants they could use. That would be nature, right?
Are you jumping off the wagon and going searching for plants?
Yeah, but being a lot more cautious, staying closer to the wagon.
Okay. Good to note. Okay. Yeah, roll me a nature check, please.
And can I also do it, but from the wagon?
Sure.
$11.
Right. Okay. Faye, as you begin to look in spots along the trail, you go in some brush, but you don't notice much until Galen starts pointing things out to you, and over the next few minutes you gain a handful of berries that could be edible, and a few pieces of fallen, like birch branch that may have fallen in the storm.
Berry kebabs.
Yeah, and some root beer flavored, some birch flavored branches just to suck on. But y'all ever do that? Y'all ever rip a branch off a birch tree and peel back the bark?
I've never done that.
I have.
I've sucked on mint leaves before.
I like honeysuckles.
I have sucked on honeysuckle. It's good.
Yeah, threw me back for some memories.
Honeysuckle is a sweet flowering vine plant.
Yes.
They're good.
Sure is. But unfortunately, you do not find any honeysuckle with your roll. Maybe at some point you'll find some. All right, so the last little bit of legged journey, you finally make your way to Conyberry. In front of you, let me get your hang on, let me get the token here. One moment, please.
Sorry.
Okay, let's see if I can do this. The wagon might look a little bit different, because I'm just pulling it over to...
The wagon cast changed shape.
Okay.
Wagon is a mimic, confirmed. Wait, can a mimic turn into a wagon, or would it have to be a bunch of mimics together?
I think a mimic can turn into whatever it wants.
This is very true. Maybe you guys have been on a mimic this entire time.
Just riding down the road, and all of a sudden the mimic just eats the party.
Why is that like that? Why? Okay, there we go. Token layer, token. Okay. The horse is actually like there, and y'all are around it. The wagon, it's still the same one. It's just I pulled it from a different page, and it looks slightly different. However, it still holds the same aesthetic. As you guys venture into Conyberry, you see a smattering of old abandoned buildings as the night begins to gain momentum on all of you. It doesn't seem like anyone's really been in Conyberry lately, with the way the buildings are starting to decay and fall apart. Old stone buildings to your north and to the south as you enter the tiny little village of Conyberry. What would you like to do?
I make my way to the center of the village and just look around.
Okay. Give me a perception check. Okay.
The dice are not happy with me today.
In front of you, further along, you see a path that leads further east and a path that leads to the north, a much smaller path leading to the north. You don't really hear any animals or anything like that. Faye, you're lost.
Yeah.
You're kind of just like, I don't know, just sitting there.
Faye tries to do perception, then sneezed.
Yes.
Chewing on one of the sticks.
Exactly.
Can I secure the horses somewhere?
Yeah, sure. You could probably tie it off to one of the sides of the buildings, like here, or here, or here, like a corner that's kind of like protruding or something.
Okay.
What would you all like to do?
Can I go up the northern path? Can I do another perception check to see what's farther down?
You're just looking to see as far as you can see and see what's down that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a perception check then. This path does seem to wind and go on for a little while. You don't perceive much in that direction. Other than it continuing on and staying rather tight, it looks like you might not be able to get a wagon down that path, is about what you surmise with your passive perception.
Okay. I'll just kind of shrug and say, probably do a little more exploring when there's more light out.
Yes.
I mean, isn't the already light out?
It's getting to
Are
the
we
evening.
getting- Okay,
then.
then.
It's a little light.
Oh.
I don't have a nighttime map for this location, unfortunately. But it is
okay.
it is the evening. The sun is beginning to go down slightly.
All right, then I'll suggest
Hey,
I'll ask you guys want to
Galen.
try and find the Seer?
He goes to Galen and wants to look for edible plants and medicinal plants with him.
Well, I was getting ready to check some of these buildings.
Oh yeah, we should probably check the buildings.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check
Okay.
this one.
Okay, we'll join Galen in this.
so Galen's going there. Rimple, you going to a certain building?
I'll go to this building covered in vines over here.
Okay. Starting with Rimple. Rimple, as you look inside of this small area, it looks like it was once a portion of a gazebo, like a overhang tower little gazebo. There doesn't seem to be anything inside it anymore. The roof has kind of collapsed and upon itself. There doesn't seem to be anything in there of note.
Cool. And I just walk back.
Yes. Faye and Galen, are you, what are you doing over there?
Is there a way in?
Yeah, so the building that you're at, the walls are probably about waist high now. Kind of falling apart a bit. Are you...
Hey, fuck. A signals Galen and starts to go inside. Going in first because Galen is glassy.
Okay. Are you investigating
What's
the
on my
area or
book?
taking a look? I think that's actually an old... I pulled you from somewhere, so that doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. It's quicker to do that than pull you all.
Yep, no, I get it.
Faye, give me an investigation check, please.
Well,
Okay. As you walk in, some of the cobblestone kind of shift under your feet as you walk around and look around.
like there's a hidden entrance or some sort of hidden mechanism.
No, it just seems like some of the cobblestone aren't currently on even ground. They kind of shift under your foot as you walk over them. With your investigation, that's what you get.
Walking around behind Faye. Can I roll one too?
Yeah, seeing that Faye kind of walks over cobblestone and then steps on certain bricks that kind of wobble and a little bit. Go ahead and give me an investigation check around that area. You notice that the cobblestones kind of shift slightly as Faye walks over them.
Okay.
Would you like to do anything with that information? All right, while you're deciding, Viha, what are you doing?
I'm going in and checking it out.
Okay, heading inside. You'd probably have to go over here to get in, because this wall is collapsed. Yes, so as you head inside, you can see vines, roots, and bits of bushes that have kind of seemed to overtake the walls of this area, leaving little alcoves in the corners, probably about here and like where this tree is and downward here. The vines and roots and everything have kind of created little alcoves.
Can I do an investigation check to just look around, or is it pretty much just an empty house?
Do you want to go look at the alcoves or
Yeah.
dig through the vines and such? Okay, which so here or like up here? Which place do you want to go?
I'm gonna check all three of them, but yeah, I'll start up here.
Okay, give me an investigation check, please.
Oi.
You begin to rummage through the vines and shift them aside, and does Does an 18 hit you?
Yes.
Okay. You feel this prick on your hand as you take 2 piercing damage, as out of the little alcove that you were digging into is a small little, it looks like to be creature made of wood, just kind of step out in your direction. He goes, as it pokes at you, and as it does that, and you hear that noise to the south, see another one pop up, and I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Yay. Oh, these
Are
little
you seriously
assholes.
gonna fight sentient sticks?
You are seriously going to fight sentient sticks, correct?
Yeah.
Unless you would like them to be
know.
something bigger.
No.
Oh, I was just curious. Not complaining.
Okay.
Hmm.
Got a 17 on my initiative.
It's your turn.
How big are these creatures?
You do not see them. You have not seen them. You are still investigating with Galen. But let me change the music here to be intense.
Mm-hmm.
And as Viha, you start to see these creatures unfurl themselves and work their way through the branches. Top of the round, not really sure what's going on. Faye, you and Galen were kind of looking at the floor of this area. Underneath your feet, the cobblestone kind of shift, different from the cobblestone around you. What would you like to do?
To test an idea she has,
Okay.
she wants to try and lift up one of the cobblestone pieces.
Okay, yeah. You reach down, you begin to lift it up, and as you lift it up, you see a little false or a little dugout hole beginning to show where you pull up that piece.
Can I reach in the hole to feel if there's something at the bottom of it?
Sure can. As you reach in, using your action to do both of those things, pick it up and reach in, you can feel wood and metal in the shape of like a curved shape underneath a few more cobblestones.
Ellen, this might be worth digging out. Want to help?
Okay. We'll say if you just take your turn moving away the cobblestone, then you will reveal a chest, a starting to decay little chest underneath the cobblestone in a little small little dugout hole that you can interact with on your next turn, or Galen can interact with on his turn.
With that, I end my turn.
Okay, Viha.
I'm going to take out my longsword and do a downward cleaving motion.
Okay. Yeah, that'll hit.
Right.
You cleave this little creature in twain, and it dies instantly,
And
being a small
using
stick
my-
creature.
Using my 2-weapon fighting, I'm gonna lob a crossbow bolt at the other one.
So 2-weapon fighting is melee and melee?
Oh, okay, never
Yep.
mind then.
Yep.
And that's it.
Okay. Galen, you see Faye unearth this decrepit, decaying chest. Pretty worn.
Not really hearing.
Nope.
Not really hearing anything. I'll go ahead and try to open the chest as well.
The chest kind of falls apart at your touch. And inside, you find some copper, silver, and gold. You find 700 copper, 160 silver, and 90 gold.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Payday.
I think you mean Fayday.
But
Mm-hmm.
Dude, if we had a bard, that would be so much funnier.
There you go. I wrote it in the chat. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I'd start divvying it up in the little piles around the chest.
Okay. Easy enough.
I'll have the map for you in just a moment.
Right. All right. So next, the little creature, seeing its buddy attacked, it'll run up to Viha and kind of you hear like the creaking of branches as it reaches out with its arm and it says, "I am Groot." And a 13.
Miss.
Miss. So it just swings wide. And it will... That's the end of its turn. Rimple, still in the middle of the square, just kind of seeing what's up.
Is this an entrance?
It's kind of... yeah, you can get through there. You can get through there. It's kind of overgrown with trees and brush and stuff. But yeah, you can go through there.
Action to dash. And I go, hey, Via, what's up? What's with the short branches attacking you?
Just a little pest problem.
What, you ate some, like, oak? You ate acorn by accident? Oh, look at the little guy. It's cute. Hey, Viha, don't go barking up the wrong tree.
And we'll say that's your entire turn because of that joke.
Nah. Aw, so cute. I don't want to kill it, but I'm going to anyway. And I
Okay.
shoot a crossbow bolt at it.
Got it.
Hearing that joke, Viha just gives Rimple just this blank stare.
He doesn't get it.
More like he's not amused.
Natural 20.
Yep, that'll definitely do it.
And
Yep.
that's
I'm
like,
now imagining it gets shot and
You,
it splinters apart.
Rimple, how would you like to kill this?
I don't know. Just Robin Hood the tree. Like,
You
Let's
pin
go.
it against the far wall.
yep.
Neat.
Alright. Via, we have no time for you to be playing with little sticks.
y'all are out of combat now.
I'll continue inspecting the alcoves.
Exploration sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
All
You
right.
okay? You okay, Via? Would you like some help? Would you?
If you want to check that other alcove,
Sure.
I'm not finding
Come on.
anything.
Yeah,
Come
Viha,
on.
you don't find anything else in there.
Come on, Via. Let's make like a tree and leave.
Ah,
No, I don't want to open characters. Stop it.
He
It's
is-
20.
He is again giving that blank stare.
nice. All right, so Rimple,
Uh-huh.
what are you doing? Are you just kind of looking around
Oh,
everywhere?
I'm looking around anywhere. Investigation, perception, anything.
Give me either investigation or survival.
Investigation.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
Which is also my passive investigation.
I don't think I've used passive investigation before.
I feel like passive investigation and passive wisdom are the two things that people use the least.
Yeah. Walking over with Viha, you kind of glance to the north, toward this path up here, and you do notice that what Viha had noticed before, that it is kind of not wide enough for a cart. But you notice that like some paths are like overgrown. This one's really not that overgrown. It may have seen a little bit of traffic.
Huh. Alright, I'm gonna go find the cleric and the wolf. Be right back.
Viha, are you going
Hey
in here?
guys!
Yeah.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
All the investigation checks.
All right, roll me that. You
They try to
investigate. Hang on. You investigate this area and kind of looking around. Moving it. It kind of looks like the weeds are overgrown. The vines are kind of overgrown a little bit. And oh, does a 3 hit you?
No.
God.
Okay. You do the same thing, and a little creature reaches out and just misses you, and it goes cracks of branches. Would you like to react to this?
Can I just attack it?
Yeah, well, you can give it a reaction.
Lash
You can
out
just
my
react
lungs.
to it. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, react, and I'll just kind of swing my long sword.
Okay. Roll to hit. Yeah. How do you, alone when no one else can see your incredible strength and quickness and swift death of this creature, how would you like to kill it?
I jab it with my long sword to kind of impale it. Pull it off my sword and just crush it in my hand.
And that happens. And no one was around to notice. You redeem yourself. Galen, as you walk inside, you see two little pieces of wood on the ground. One is impaled to the wall with a crossbow bolt, and one is just laying on the ground, kind of in a humanoid shape. Maybe about like 1.5 feet, 2 feet tall, maybe, tops. And kind of just laying there. Viha, you don't notice anything else in this area. Faye, you said you were going to do something?
I want to try and lead Rimple over here, investigate this area.
Okay.
Which area?
This way.
Oh. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely get in through some downed walls and stuff. Roll me either if y'all are both investigating or individually, or if one of y'all want to roll with advantage.
I'll do it.
Same.
Well, I was gonna roll with advantage.
Okay. Rimple,
7.
just roll regular Rimple.
22.
Okay. Faye, you don't notice much. Rimple, looking inside, you can see in one of the corners, it looks to be a little campfire that was smushed out. It looks like it was done a handful of times, like someone had stayed there for a few nights.
Uh-huh.
In the soot, you can see bare footprints.
Ooh.
Not bare like bear like rar, but I mean like no shoes.
B-A-R-E.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
shoed
B-A-R-E.
footprints. Yeah,
My mind went to bugbear footprints.
I mean we can change it to bugbear footprints if y'all. So you
Retcon.
see, just footprints in the soot that kind of wander about in the area slightly, but other than that, nothing.
All right.
So it seems like this area seems to be cleared out. Besides Viha looking where you're looking, there doesn't seem to be anything there. Just a crumbling little piece of
Area.
Yep.
All right. I believe that's all the buildings.
Galen, give me a medicine check or a nature check. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's 19 plus 2, not plus 4.
Okay. With that, you realize that if you were to imbue a little bit of magic into the creatures themselves and plant them into the ground, add a little bit of water, over time they may spring back to life.
Okay. I'll go ahead and do that for a moment.
Okay.
Dylan's
Right.
getting himself a little army.
Right. There is
I mean,
still
I'll see the party from that. I'll see the party from that spot once I come out, and I'll come divvy up the gold.
All right. 20 gold.
Are you guys okay with giving up putting exactly what's listed? What I've done math-wise is taken 2 gold each to put towards the wagon, because we paid for wagon 3 days out, which was here, and we're gonna have to pay another deposit once we get back to town, because it's gonna be 3 days overdue.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So again, just put what I put there, because I've already taken the 2 gold from everyone.
There seems to be a couple hours left, maybe a few hours left, if you would still like to do anything. If you would like to continue on or make camp or wander into one of the paths.
I'll do the same. I'll walk up here and then perception to see what I can see.
This way looks a little clearer. It seems to continue on the normal path that you have, like the road that you have been going on, that would just continue further down Triboar Trail.
I'll ask the party if we should set up in one of the buildings for the night or head up the north path.
Like I said, there's still
Feel
a few
like-
hours left in case you wanted to do anything.
I mean, we should just get an early start in the morning, in my opinion.
All right, I'll just
Um,
I'll nod my head and say sounds good.
Faye volunteers for first watch this time.
And with Viha same. Just assume Viha's always gonna take first watch.
Okay. Enough.
Just lean against
I'll,
this
uh,
building.
I'll go off into the woods after going to the crate and withdrawing one.
Okay.
After seeing Galen wandering in the woods, he'll kind of go here and just keep an eye on him, while occasionally turning around and surveying the area.
Okay. Would anybody else like to do anything? All right, so first watch is Oh, go ahead, Faye.
Faye wants to get one last look around and see if there's any more hidden treasures other than the chest. Any other hidden dangers other than those 3 stick monsters.
Roll me an investigation check, please. Looks to be an abandoned village. Nothing more that you notice other than what you guys have already found. As far as you can tell.
And Faye just takes first watch.
Alright, Faye and Viha, can you give me perception checks, please? So, got it. As the night closes and Rimple and Galen head to sleep, Viha and Faye, you kind of walk around camp. Faye, you find a nice little spot to take a few minutes rest during your shift. Just kind of sit and watch. But you feel your eyes begin to grow heavy as you find yourself falling asleep. And Faye, can you join me in Whispers chat, please?
Yes.
All right. As you begin to nod off, your vision takes you to a swamp area. There are overgrown willows. There you hear the croak of frogs and the stench of moss and damp earth. You see a large tree, probably about 30 foot in diameter, that seems to be carved out. Inside you can see... I'm sorry?
I'm imagining it having the carved mask of an animal on it.
It does not. It looks like an opening. Like a doorway. What would you like to do?
I feel drawn near it.
As you walk closer, you begin to step across the threshold of this door. The other side of the door from where you were looked dark and uninviting, but as soon as you cross the threshold, your vision opens to a large library that seems to be lit up from every angle. The walls of this library seem to be made of stone, old stone. And standing between the first two rows, you see a female individual with large horns that kind of curve around their head. She turns and looks like an elderly lady and looks at you and says, "Ah, so some have come to seek what has been lost. Relics of the past."
A, starting to get nervous, tries to reach for her sword or her crossbow, but she has neither with her.
Okay, yeah, you have neither with you. Is
What is
thy heart pure?
My heart?
And she
No.
starts to walk up to you and places her hand on your chest, furrows a brow, and says, "If you wish to find what you seek, you must hold steadfast in protecting these lands from what is to come. You will find me to the north. What you have seen is where I am. Remember my words." And as her hand is on her chest, she gives you a little palm push, and your whole body is thrown backward, back through the door, back into the swamp, hurling, and the swamp disappears, and blackness takes you, and you come to awake where you were resting against, let's say you were resting like right here, where you were resting against a piece of debris. During your watch, you see Viha walking around. Let's jump back over to the curtains chat, shall we?
Yeah.
All right.
Hello.
Faye and Viha, as your watch continues, is there anything you would like to discuss?
I would like to re-examine her equipment. Okay.
Everything's fine. Everything's right where you left it.
Should I perform? I want to try and whittle the same thing I've been trying to whittle, so another performance check.
Yeah, sure. It's looking better. You're still in the same piece of wood. You're kind of breaking way a little bit. You kind of got two hunks started, or separated into two visible pieces, I guess, so far. It's looking, it's going.
All right.
A notices this while checking her equipment and approaches Viha wanting to try and carve something out of wood too.
Okay. Faye, give me a performance check. What are you trying to carve?
Trying to carve fuck.
What are you trying to carve?
I'm trying to carve a handle for a weapon. In this case, a crossbow.
Yeah, it takes you a little bit of time, probably the rest of your watch, where you're able to carve a pretty decent looking, like, buttstock, I guess, to your crossbow. I mean, it's a rough hewn piece of wood, so it's not perfect, but it's the shape it needs to be, and it fits properly the way you want it to in the crook of your arm. Yep. All right, so the end of your watch goes without consequence. It is time to wake up Galen and Rimple for their watch.
Faye goes to Galen.
Yeah, I wake Rimple up and then go into this
Yeah.
building and kind of prop myself against the wall.
All right, I am up.
Okay. Can I have Rimple and Galen give me perception checks, please?
Mm. 18.
Okay. $18 and a 20. Very nice. Very nice. As you continue on during your watch, is there anything you all would like to discuss?
So, how are we going to basically give the crate? Are we like
What crate?
isn't this whole thing why we're coming to Conyberry to deliver a crate?
No, we're here to see a seer. The monster in the mansion's basement, the one-eyed monster that kicked our ass,
Oh, yeah.
had a medallion, and then the librarian saw the medallion and said, "Oh, that belongs to the seer. She hasn't been back to town for a while. This is where she typically hangs out." So we came here.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I got my stories mixed up. That's on me.
You probably would have seen me crack the crate open a few different times. It looks to have 3 eggs that if Galen was to try to carry them, he'd probably look like he was trying to hug something.
Okay, the rest of your watch goes uninterrupted. And you all get a long rest, and it's time to wake everybody up for the day and figure out where to go.
Right.
It's a new day.
Is there any way that I can sneak off and do that? I'd like to deposit one of the eggs here.
So that's what I thought you were just doing during your watch. And Ripple didn't seem to really care, so I would assume you would have been able to just do it.
Okay.
Right.
I'll wake up and I'll just kind of go up to the northern path, but just like kind of wait there.
I'll check on the horses and make sure they're secured, and I'll pour out some feed for them for while we're gone.
Okay. Yep.
And then
They seem
catching
to
up
be
with the
good to
party.
go.
Right.
All right. Is there anything you guys would like to talk about before you head in a certain direction or pick a direction or whatnot?
He brings up how they're a little low on rations right now, so they might need to find some food.
Hearing that, I'll hand over the some of the rations that I have over to Faye.
Well, keep in mind you also have 2 good berries a day.
Yep.
I'll pull out half of my rations. So I'll pull out 5 rations and kind of offer them to Faye.
It takes the rations and saves them. As for now, he's not feeling too hot.
Can everyone see that you're not feeling well? That you're feeling off?
Oh, she's holding her stomach and it looks like she's in discomfort.
And that
do
Vihal
a-
kind of snickered and said, "Too much boar, Faye?"
Can I do a medicine check?
Sure.
$13.
Faye, what does a 13 get in understanding what's wrong with you?
It's parts of the boar that didn't digest. They're sitting in her stomach, causing discomfort. So now it's known what's wrong, it's just not known what to do. Then get Faye to grow up.
Okay. As you guys discuss this and check out Faye, you have a path to the north. You're not sure where it leads. You have a path to the east. You're not sure where it leads. What are you all doing?
I'll just start slowly walking up the north path.
Okay.
I don't. All I know is that Faye's in discomfort. I don't know what Galen perceived from his medicine check. So not knowing that, I make the boar joke and then just kind of start walking off.
Yep,
Hey.
I start walking off too.
Easily enough.
Faye gets on the cart.
So the cart is.
Are you staying
not
with the wagon?
going. Are you staying with the wagon, Faye?
I thought the wagon would be going good.
The path
No.
appears to be too narrow.
Yeah.
Just walking behind them northwards.
Okay. Easy enough.
Giving it a little more thought, would I possibly think that it could be the acid or a poison from us fighting it?
With that roll, I don't know. Faye, would Galen think that it's some sort of acid or poison?
No, because this only just started happening.
Okay.
It most likely to his perception would be something that, considering Faye ate almost the entire boar, she would eat the bones as well. So it's most likely some sort of bone that didn't digest.
Okay. I'm going to be walking next to Faye as we go. Just kind of keeping an eye on.
Okay, who's in front? Viha?
Yeah.
Can you roll me a survival check, please?
Can do.
Can I assist?
Yes, you certainly may.
Thank
Do
you.
you want to
because
roll
that's
it?
horrible.
Do you want me to roll it? I'm proficient in it.
Yeah. I mean, I already rolled the survival check, but
Yeah, you can,
Oh.
go ahead
Vita will allow
and, you
it.
can go ahead and roll, Rimple.
I'll roll. Mod 20.
Okay. You continue on the path. There's some spots along the way that kind of become hard to discern. However, Rimple kind of points out to Viha and says, hey, over here, this seems to be the path that we're actually walking on, as Viha kind of trails a little bit listfully to the left a little bit.
Yeah.
But you guys continue on. Excuse me. And about... Let's see. Give me one moment. The trees begin to overgrow a bit in front of you. The path still remains, however, the canopy starts to encroach upon itself. And around you, it's probably about midday, but the sun is blotted out by the darkened thickets of canopy above you. And give me 1 second.
Do we feel like we're in the forest at this point?
Yes, you guys are getting deeper and deeper into the forest.
Okay.
But
Turning more of my attention to... Nope, never mind. Go
go
on.
ahead. No, you're good. Go ahead.
Turning my attention more towards our surroundings. I'm going to keep an eye out for the plant.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
I'm going to try to describe it to the group, too.
Uh-huh.
Give me a perception check. You begin to
13
describe...
plus... There's a D4 one, sorry. 15 together.
Okay, you begin to describe the plant. You see plants that look relatively similar. However, you don't find specifically what you're looking for immediately. The canopy above you draws ever darker. The trees begin to not warp, but they begin to reach out in all different directions, seemingly attempting to gain some sort of a semblance of light. And it begins to become warmer around you. Mist begins to encroach around the path from the warmth and the humidity around you, and you find yourselves in an area that is densely crowded with trees and warped branches. Colorful flowers start to arise around you as you travel deeper and further in. Faye, can you give me a history check, please?
All right.
You recognize this place, and as you all look forward, you see a large carved out cylinder of a tree with a bit of light coming from a carved out opening in the door. It looks to be an opening. You guys are free to move about.
I'll move toward the center and see if I can't see anything. I'll check the surrounding area.
Okay, is everyone moving up?
I am.
Faye observes the flowers and tries to smell them, seeing if they might give some comfort to her. They do not, and Faye feels like she's about to throw up.
Sure. They don't give you any comfort then. You're about to throw up. Viha, as you're getting closer, you can see a little bit of light coming from inside this building, this large carved out tree. To the right, you see a little bit of water, stagnant water with some lily pads on top, and you hear the croaking of frogs. Faye, you throw up all over the place.
Fails.
Yep. Right.
He throws up 4 teeth, tusks, and something shiny. She throws up a golden amulet that apparently the boar ate.
That is not correct. I like the liberties that you're taking, but that is a piece of treasure. It does not throw that up. You do not throw that up.
What do I throw up that's shiny?
You don't throw anything up that's shiny. Maybe a polished tusk that's very stark white. But I really like I really like the imagination. But I cannot have you giving yourself treasures and whatnot. Just how it is. I apologize, but you do throw up a bunch of tusks and skin and stuff. But Viha, as you are looking in, and Rimple, you are kind of looking around as well. You see stepping out of this large tree trunk is an individual that appears to have horns, a female, older individual. Looks like this handout I'm about to give to y'all.
Uh-huh. Handouts.
Yes.
Seraphina, Cirrus, Conyberry. Got it.
Yes. And as you all begin to approach, she steps out and she says, "Ah, so your friend has showed you the way. I was sure that vision would do the trick. Welcome. I am Seraphina, and I gather you are all here for a vision."
I walk up to her and I reach out to shake her hand and say, I am Viha. Pleasure to meet you.
Ah, pleasure, Viha.
Is being very cautious, having her sword and shield out.
Seraphina will look past Viha and see Faye and say, "Ah, we meet again. Thank you for bringing your friends to my area."
Hearing that, Viha will kind of turn around and look at Faye with a puzzled look.
Faye stays silent. Gaze unbreaking. Keeping eye contact with Faye, but only just barely past her shield. Since she has one eye protected, the other eye is making eye contact with Faye.
Right. Seeing that, Viha will kind of, he just, would I do like an insight check to see if I pick up on any like bad vibes?
To what she has said so far? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
From an insight check.
Mod 21.
She looks to be inviting. She looks to have met Faye previously. She's not lying about that.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Well, please, Make yourselves at home. Enter. She will move aside and gesture for you all to come in.
I'll look
Alright.
back at her and I'll nod and walk in and thank her for her hospitality.
Stops Beha and whispers in his. He tries to stop Beha, but.
What do you
he's
whisper
too
in
fast.
Viha's ear?
Yes. Cautious of her. We don't know her intentions. And I don't trust her. So cautious, Beha.
I kind of nod and then I'll walk in, sit down, and thank her for her hospitality.
Okay. Heading inside, that looks to be a chandelier made of rough-hewn wood that seems to be polished-ish above you, hanging from almost nothing. There is a slight like vine rooftop to this. There seems to be a little bed in a corner in the very center underneath the chandelier. On a carved stump is a crystal ball on the little platform. And she says, "Now, all of you have traveled quite far to meet me. Let's start with something simple. Why have you come?"
I'll look at her and it's like, haven't you foreseen it?
I have. But my visions are rather strong. I may know. Let's put it this way. If you would have come tomorrow, your intentions would have been different. If you would have come yesterday, intentions different still. Your intentions today may not be the intentions of your former self or future self. So, as we are here today, which self questions do you have? Current self is what I'm leading out of.
He speaks up. We need a medicinal plant. It restores memories.
Ah, yes. You are looking for the Herb of Remembrance, are you not? And
Yes, we are.
She will look at you and she will look at Galen and look him directly in the eyes. She will walk forward, put her hand on the top of her crystal ball, and you will see her eyes roll into the back of her head and her eyes become milky white as her head lifts straight up into the air, and silence overtakes as Galen, your vision begins to go cloudy, and you are taken in your mind's eye into a brilliant cacophony of colorful bushes, lit up by different color fireflies and bioluminescent plants. And you can see a singular plant that matches the description of the Herb of Remembrance sitting on the edge of a cliffside that's about 20 feet tall. And right above the Herb of Remembrance standing on the cliff, you can see a glowing bioluminescent woodland figure. Could be a woodland spirit just kind of floating just beyond the Herb of Remembrance. And then your vision comes back to seeing Seraphina standing above the crystal ball, and her eyes revert back to normal, and she says, "The spirit guardian will ask for a test to gain what you seek. Be wary of how you respond in the ancient wood that belongs to the Guardian.
I'll pull out the pendant or the medallion and show it to her.
What medallion?
The one that we got off the
Oh,
creature.
yep.
Yeah, that one.
Yes, that is mine. I was hoping, I foretold that you all would pick that up. Unfortunately, there is something else that you were seeking. And she pulls aside her collar, and around her neck is a silver pendant that looks to have dwarven runes carved around it. And she says, "This is what you were searching for."
Yes.
Yep.
We do need.
Do
that
any of us
thing.
other than me read Dwarven?
I don't think I can. No, I can't.
Kind
We'll
of sitting
double check.
forward. Can I
Have dwarvish. Have
Give me
dwarvish.
a perception check.
Six.
Great.
Galen? Oh.
11.
You notice that it is dwarvish. It is in a circular pattern around the pendant. However, from this far away, you really can't discern what the runes mean or say. I have foreseen what you carry, Galen. It is not a mere trinket. It is part of something greater along with what I wear. But I assume you already know that. I have foreseen many futures, many outcomes, many failures and triumph. So, to get to the current let's see. What is it that you seek beyond this pendant?
I seek to return a favor to a friend.
I see. The tapestries of fate are interwoven with your current mission and your past, guarding your future. I perceive the Phandelver's Pact as a beacon of hope, a guardian against the encroaching darkness. Yet, within its ancient words lie warnings of an impending threat. The Pact's true purpose, veiled in time's embrace, holds the key to warding off a shadow that seeks to consume all light. Unravel the forgotten truths, unravel the darkness itself.
I look at the party and say, I think I know what the Shadow Blades are up to now.
Shadow Blades are trying to bring something forgotten back. into existence.
I do believe them to be mere pawns, but nonetheless, they are a connection that needs to be severed.
If they are pawns, who is the king?
That
That's
I don't
something we're
know.
gonna have to find out.
And her eyes roll back in her head, and her voice gets deep and starts to echo, and it sounds like there's 3 or 4 different octave voices speaking at the same time. A shadowy figure emerges from a cave, wielding a dark artifact. The Phandelver's pact breaks apart as tendrils of darkness envelop it. A corrupted guardian, protecting a hidden chamber filled with ancient secrets. A looming darkness consuming the land, and the pact is the last beacon of hope. And she kind of lurches forward, and her eyes revert back to what they were before. And she apologizes that she can't control her visions as she once could before.
Vihal stays silent with a contemplative look on his face.
If there is anything you wish to know, I may be able to help.
What is this great evil? Or, I mean, great summoning, or whatever?
And she walks over to the crystal ball, looks down at it, and once again her head rises to the sky, her eyes roll back in her head, and in your mind's eye, Rimple, you are transported to a dark place where there are different types of bioluminescent shapes all around you. It seems like you're kind of floating. You see the shadow of a large humanoid figure, tendrils of shadow waving down below it. A hand you see outstretches to a figure to its left. Roll me a history check, please.
Eight.
Unfortunately, you don't recognize the shape of this shadowy figure that is being reached out towards the hand of whatever this dark entity is. Looks like another humanoid figure that is much smaller than the creature in front of you. And as their hands touch, you see swirling about around the hand are 4 golden light globules that start to spin faster and faster, and they just explode, and your vision goes bright, and as it opens you see a large landscape in front of you that you recognize as the Sword Coast. You seem to be in a bird's eye view of the landscape, seeing miles and miles in the distance as if it were 3 feet away. You see Phandelver below you, you see Neverwinter, you see Waterdeep, you see Baldur's Gate, you see Triboar, you see all the way to 10 Towns. And Luskan, everything is burning. Everything is decimated. Fires lurch over every inch of Neverwinter Forest, and to the south, the north, to the sea of moving ice. And then your vision comes back.
You just see Rimple Starting to sweat. Fuck. Huh.
And as she comes back to, she looks at you and she says, "Be wary. The dark stem be wary the dark stem. It is sharp. It has a bite."
Faye questions what she's showing her friends, for she does not see what is projecting into their minds.
They have received visions of what may pass, of where they may need to go, their future, their past, their present. All will be revealed in time, lest you stray from the path. As I said, Faye.
I look at her like, can you show me where the next relic is?
It is hard to say. I have shown a lot this night, but I believe your friend, looking at Faye, may have a path ahead.
I'll just nod and say, I understand.
But if you feel left out, and she'll give a little smile, she'll put her hand on a crystal ball, and her vision will blur and your vision will blur, and you will see floating in front of you, you know how Beauty and the Beast, how there's that rose, like encased?
Yeah.
So Viha, you see that, but the leaves of the rose are dark, like not red, but like charcoal black, and the stem is black as well. The thorns begin to drip and ooze blood, and then your vision is pulled back.
I just kind of stare down at the ground.
I am sorry. She looks visibly exhausted at this point. She puts her hands on the table and leans down over it. It has been a long time since I've relayed this much. There is one thing that I do know. And she says... The relics tied to the Pact will grant you power and control over the magical ley lines that course through this land. They must be secured, no matter the cost. What you have seen, and she looks around to all of you, is what will transpire if you do not complete your task. And she kind of collapses into her seat next to her. She kind of like, she walks over and kind of collapses. All this broken furniture is actually nice furniture, but she kind of collapses at her side table.
Faye questions the party, whispering to them. asking what each of them was shown.
I was shown all the Sword Coast. Nah, not just the Sword Coast, all of Faerun. Burned. From beyond the spine of the world to the books of Candlekeep to the southern hemisphere of Chult. Everything was on fire.
Let's say
Vague
Amir
questions.
Rose.
Wait, did you say the Fey realm in fire?
No, I didn't mention the Fey realm.
Oh.
I said Faerun.
I'll walk
Okay.
over and check on our friend. Reducing 2 of my good berries and a handful of my ration.
Thank you, Galen. I see the path you have chosen is a wise one. The land seems to favor you. And in your mind's eye, or in your thoughts, can you jump over to Whispers chat for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. In your head, as she smiles and looks back at you, receiving the good berries and saying that she should probably brew some tea for her guests, you hear while everyone else is talking in your head, she says, "A member of the forest is needed to protect the realms. You seem very in touch with the needs of nature and the balance of life. I am a member of the Emerald Enclave, and we seek out individuals with just such yearning for protection of nature. If you are able to gather the Herb of Remembrance from the Guardian, report to myself, and I will make you a member of the Enclave."
One of my friends needs the herb as well. Are you suggesting that I collect more than one, or?
It is no matter what the herb is used for. Well, and you see her like smile as she's speaking this in your mind. She says, "The Herb of Remembrance can only be gathered by the true of heart and the worthy of nature. Thus, gathering it is for the cause that is needed, and nothing evil or nefarious. Just the fact that you have gathered it will be enough to gain you entrance into the Enclave. What it is used for is trusted to you to use wisely. I do not need it." If you survive the Guardian, that is proof enough, I suppose.
I nod without a word.
Okay. And she smiles and she looks over at everybody else as we go back to curtains.
Hmm.
You hear Seraphina say, "Ah, where are my manners? Would you all like some tea?"
I look and think that'll be most appreciated.
And she
Yes.
sets out to
Tea.
brew some tea for all of you. As she's doing that, you guys can continue conversing if you would like. I know Faye was trying to glean what others had seen in some visions.
I told her what I saw. In fact, I told everybody what I saw. Still
Yeah, and
shaking of what I saw.
I told her just a mere rose. Meaning unknown.
As she sets about creating tea or crafting the tea for all of you, she, on the table around the crystal ball, she takes a cloth and lays it over the ball itself, and she dishes out a cup of tea for each of you. This is my own recipe. Please enjoy.
Can I do an investigation to check the tea for anything strange?
It takes the tea and drops her 2 good berries in it before drinking some of it.
Viha, give me a nature check. You smell, inspecting this tea, you can smell some chamomile, you smell honey, you smell something else that's sweet, that perks up your nose a bit, and you smell some cinnamon. It's a handful of different spices and tea leaves. That's
Nothing odd about it.
Doesn't seem to be much odd.
All right.
Faye hasn't
I'll
died.
go ahead and drink it. I'll go ahead and drink it.
Yeah, it tastes. It's fairly well made. Tastes like a good a nice tea.
I'll compliment her on the tea.
Thank you. It has been a while since I've had guests. I normally head down to Phandelver to speak with Elwyn, but in the state of things as of late, I decided to remain here and lean on my visions.
If you happen to have a small pinch of the ingredients, I could, and I pull a small pouch, I could deliver it next time we're back in town.
Ah, very kind of you. And she'll, where she was getting the tea, there's a little wooden box that she kind of opens up. She takes like a pinch scoop and just drops it into your little pouch and just flicks her fingers around to get it all off at fingertips.
Cool.
Now that we are all acquainted, I assume you would like this? And she sticks her thumb behind the chain and lifts up, revealing the silver pendant.
We would like that very much, please.
I nod my head.
Who am I giving this to?
Faye walks forward.
We owe a favor to Oberion.
And hearing the name, her eyes roll back in her head. And that same multiple octave voice comes out. And she says, I see a dwarf in chains inside an abandoned castle in the maw of a crag. And then her eyes come back down, and she just sputters a little bit, exhausted a little bit, and says, "Very well, here is the pendant." I'm sorry, what did I say? Sometimes I forget.
Berion is held captive in an abandoned castle somewhere. You said he's in chains. It seems he's still alive though, which is good news.
Yes, that outcome is still alive somewhere in the Neverwinter Forest. It is all I can gather for now. I apologize. She hands over a silver pendant that is engraved with dwarvish runes over to Faye. I will craft the magical item so you can have it, but I will put in, you guys don't have that handout yet, correct?
No,
you do
think
not.
So.
No.
This is what you see.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes.
Then.
I think I saw something like this in a thrift store I used to work at.
Well, I assure you, this is no mere trinket.
Can I
That
do
wasn't me
a?
that way, that was me IRL saying that.
Okay. What's
Can
that,
I do a quick Arcana check on the locket, necklace,
Sure.
pendant?
Sure can.
And standing this close, can I try to perceive the dwarven text?
11. I'm so glad I'm an arcane trickster, and I rolled a freaking 11.
I figured
Galen, go ahead and roll me Arcana as well. Or if you want to give Rimple advantage.
Shit. I already rolled. Otherwise, I would.
Didn't.
Oh, it went from 20 to 4. I got 6.
Cool.
Sorry, bud.
There does seem to be some innate magical attributes of this, an innate magical attribute of this pendant. It seems the most you're able to glean between both of you kind of looking at it, Rimple, in the way that the runes are surrounding the pendant and the way that they're ordered kind of leads to the magical innate abilities of it. And Galen, you also realize that looking at the words here and there, you kind of glean that that's also what it's leading at.
Faye wishes to do an Arcana check on it as well.
Sure. Are you putting it on? Or are you just putting it in your pocket, or?
She's now wearing it, yes.
Okay. Are you going to, it's an attunable item. Are you going to attune to it?
Yes.
Okay. After a few minutes, we'll say, you guys kind of looking at it, and then Faye putting it on. Faye, you feel this weird sensation. This weird sensation around you that as everyone's speaking and what you're hearing, you hear a lot of different languages that you never heard before, but somehow you understand it. A plethora of languages that you can now, that are going through your head, and you understand what they're saying in different languages that are coming from seemingly everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And you hear your voice responding to all of the languages all at once in the same language. as they are, and you're understanding and speaking all languages. And then it just vanishes. And you're back to just sitting, speaking with everyone in common. So this, now that you are attuned...
Cause any stat changes?
I'm sorry?
Does it cause any stat changes?
No. So as you are sitting there and this happens and you become attuned to it, you notice you can... I will create the magic item for you, but just to let you know, it grants the ability to understand and speak all languages for a certain amount of times each day.
Nice.
Yes.
Universal translator.
Yes.
I look at Viha, and then back at the lady. Will you be wanting your pendant back?
Keep hold of it. It was placed there for a reason, for you all together. I have several more. I may need use of mine, but that one was meant for you.
In that case, I'll take I'll take the steel mirror that I brought and lay it on the table. That's a parting gift.
Thank you very much. Now may I ask, where does the path take you now?
Do you know anything about a one-eyed monster?
I do. It was a Nothic. I traded it. And she gestures towards Viha. My token. It is very shiny, the creature. I was able to persuade the creature to trade me for the silver pendant. It knew not what it held. It was easy to persuade it to trade. I have seen that you have dealt with it, I see. It can speak in minds and turn thoughts and cloud judgment.
Renpo goes to the party and goes, "That's supposed to be the thing we fought in the house."
Sounds like it.
Indeed it was.
I believe we're headed further into the woods.
Yes, the Herb of Remembrance. If you head further, deeper north, taking the left path near my bog, or my little pond, the little pond outside. If you take the left path, it should direct you to the Guardian and the herb.
Okay.
All right.
So we've taken up enough of your time. We appreciate all of your help.
Indeed, it was nice to have company, and be wary. Second. Oh no, where is it? Be wary, seekers of the Phandelver's Pact, for knowledge can be a double-edged sword. The whispers of ancient texts reveal glimpses of a rising darkness, drawn to the power hidden within the Pact's essence. Remember, to unearth the Pact's true meaning, one must tread the path of illumination, for only through understanding the darkness can light truly shine. Choose wisely, for the shadows watch your every move. And I hope you enjoyed the tea.
I'll nod, give her a smile, and
Aiden
then walk out.
immediately downs the last of the tea and apologizes for her behavior. She has not had good experiences with tieflings. This one.
That is understandable. Please, and as before you leave, Faye, she says, please trust those around you with information that you have. It may be the key to survival and the protection of the realm.
I shall. And thank you for your hospitality.
She gives a smile and a nod to all of you as she continues to sit there and sip her tea.
Mm-hmm.
And as you all leave, unless anyone else has anything they would like to say to her.
No, I'm good.
Okay, and as go ahead.
I'll mention the 2 eggs that I still have. Ask her if she wants any guardians in her woods.
I haven't had any pets for a while. They might be enjoyable. I can look after them if you wish.
Also, I'll ask if she knows anything about in Conyberry, somebody that might still be there living, dwelling in a campfire.
She thinks for a moment, and she says, I will send out my birds and have a look. If you come back this way, I may have an answer for you, but alas, I see many things, but I do not see everything. And she smiles.
I thank her for her time.
Remember what we've discussed. Good luck, adventurers. And as you all leave her abode, surrounded by humid mists and croaking frogs, heading deeper into the woods to find and locate the guardian of the forest and the Herb of Remembrance. That is where we're going to call it for the night.